Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a double whammy. We are covering two weapons. We are doing the Brawlers Equinox and we are doing Sir Livingstone's pistol. The reason I am doing these two together is because the Brawlers Equinox is an EM weapon, so it's going to be a stun weapon. If I'm just trying to clear a base with just a stun weapon, it's going to take me a couple of hours, and I really don't want to do that. Also, the Sir Livingstone's pistol is a variant of the Old Earth pistol, and I am not particularly keen on most of the Old Earth stuff, so it seems like a good option to combine the two together. So, first things first. The Brawlers Equinox is a laser rifle variant of the Equinox. This is just a straightforward alteration from what is normally a laser rifle. You get this one from Apex Electronics in the Well. The only way you can get that to unlock is by doing the quest a shipment for Salinas, which is where you speak to Vicente Salinas inside Apex Electronics, and he will send you to collect a package. You go to the Red Mile, you pick up a package, you come back. It's really simple, it doesn't take very long. He'll trust you after that and let you look at his store. You can buy a handful of weapons in there. There's 2 or 3 unique weapons in there. Be warned though, once you've shopped with him, it will take a few hours for him to let you buy it again, so make sure you get everything on your first visit. So make sure you've got plenty of credits with you. So the weapon itself does 10 EM damage. 3 out of the 7 mod slots are used. Obviously everything that the Equinox can do. Am I saying that right? Is it the Equinox? Let's make sure I get that right. Yeah. Everything that the Equinox laser rifle can have for mods can be fitted to this one. So I've done a video on that before, so backtrack and you will get a list of everything that you can fit to this. But it comes as standard with electromagnetic beams, which is turning it into an EM weapon, removed cover, and fully automatic. And because it is a blue, you get the trait of bashing, deals double damage when gun bashing. So the idea is, I'm assuming that you knock them out and then just beat them to a pulp with the butt of the gun. Doesn't seem particularly efficient to me, but EM weapons aren't really my thing. So that's it for Brawlers Equinox, and then we move on to Sir Livingstone's pistol, which is an Old Earth pistol, given to you by Dad. To get this one, you need to complete one small step, main quest. You need to have the trait Kids Stuff. If you don't have that, you cannot get this. So pick your traits carefully when you're making a character if this is a weapon that you want. Dad will give you this unique pistol. God, I can't talk. Will give you this unique pistol when you visit your parents' house after the quest. So that is how you get it. If you want a more detailed description on how you get it, look at YouTube. There are tons of videos out there that will describe how to get all the legendary weapons. Obviously, being an Old Earth pistol, it's got limited mod slots. It comes with 3 already installed, which are tactical grip, armor piercing rounds, and high powered. So it will be stronger than even the advanced Old Earth pistol, but I still don't hold out much hope. It will hold all the standard mods that the Old Earth pistol offers. So again, I've done a video on that. Backtrack and look it up and you will see all the mods available for it. But those are the two we are going to combine. We will start with the Brawlers Equinox and see if we can't knock some people out, and we'll see how that does, and then we will switch to the pistol to start dealing decent damage. If you haven't figured it out, I do all my videos in one take, so there are lots and lots of mistakes. Adds to the fun. Right, scope is... it's just your red dot scope, it's nothing fancy. I'm hoping that we're going to get a mix of high and low level here. We'll see. Let's see what this thing does. As I thought, just a stun weapon and not hugely accurate. And he's out for the count, so let's just... yeah. Even the bashing ain't that good. 3 hits and he goes down. For a low level, I was kind of expecting like 1 shot. Never mind. Let's see if we can find someone else to cause trouble. Oh, that's more like it. Yeah. You're going to burn through your ammunition with the EM stuff. I mean, yeah, you can silence a lot of people quickly, but it's, to be honest, simpler just to kill them. Really? 2 rounds? Reload? Thank you. Should work well against machines. Much better against machines. I do like the rapid fire, but the only problem I have with it is that wow, you got it quick.
Damage all systems.
It needs a bigger magazine, the Equinox. That would be my first real gripe, other than it being a rubbishy. And no, it's not rubbish. That's just a personal opinion. I got told off quite a lot when I gave a very poor review of the Nova Disruptor. So it's not a terrible weapon. I just don't like the EM stuff. I mean, it has its uses. If you're doing a lot of sneaking around, then this would actually be better than the Nova Disruptor, in my opinion. In its base form. Obviously, if you're editing, upgrading your weapons with modifications, then it would be interesting, a comparison between the two. If anybody's done that, do let me know. But a bit of armor, let's see what we do there. It gives it a good opportunity for you to get a pistol or something not quite as strong as some of your primary weapons to get a lock on and do some damage. But there are better options out there. For a stun gun, it's really good. I will give it that. For a stun gun, it's good. But for doing something like this, you know, pure base attacks where you're dealing with lots and lots of people, unless you're desperately trying not to kill them for some reason, then it's not really worth it. And the range, oh, let's see if we can find someone a little bit higher range. You're up there, let's give you a go. Need a better scope. I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing them through that scope. I think they're out. Let's go up there and see. Nope, they're not out. Ouch. Alright, there was a fuel tank there. So yeah, there you go. That is the Brawlers Equinox. Yeah, you get that from Apex Electronics in the well. If you like EM weapons, give it a go. You'll probably enjoy it. That is about as complimentary as I can be. I will say that the reload is good, but the magazine, standard magazine, is too small. Way too small. Needs to be bigger. Or perhaps instead of going for a bigger magazine, you could maybe swap it out and do burst firing instead. Something to experiment with if you're going to give this one a look. So we will focus now on the pistol, Now the old earth pistol wasn't, if I remember correctly, the worst old earth weapon I came across. I think the old earth hunting rifle takes that prize spectacularly. But the upgrades to this one make it much better. The high power and the armor piercing make it able to deal a nice amount of damage. And that was level 50, and I got him 3/4 of the way down in one shot, and that wasn't a headshot. You could aim down the sights, but I don't really like the iron sights on pistols that much because you don't really see where you're aiming. Again, personal gripe, just my own personal opinion. Let's go up the stairs. Healing would be good. I missed the stairs. This is not a weapon I would personally choose to use. But then again, I don't really go for pistols. But I will say that the damage output is good. And this guy's armoured at 74. I mean, yeah, I'm having to reload several times, but I still took him down quite well. And that completes my quest as well, which is very nice. The choices you have are what would you realistically go for? I wouldn't recommend the base old earth pistol. If you're looking at a pistol, that's not really worth it unless you're going for a very old earth cowboy type RPG build. Not particularly worth it. But if you weren't a fan of things like the Eon or the Urban Eagle, the Regulator, there is another one, Razorback. The Razorback would be another one that would be comparable, although that's more of a 6-shooter than anything else. But if you weren't a huge fan of them, then this is something you could seriously consider. I would place this variant, not the old earth pistol itself, but this variant, so the Livingstones pistol, almost on par, in my personal opinion, with the Eon or the Urban Eagle, and I did enjoy those. Simply because of the modification upgrades that you get with it straight away. Without those, it's just another Urban Eagle. God. It's just another old earth pistol, and I'd rate it as no good. But because you get those modifications right away, and if you had the kid stuff trait right from the start, you would be able to pick this weapon up really early, which would give you a good starter weapon pretty early on, which would help you out quite a lot. I do think it needs a scope, a red dot, something like that, just to give you a bit of a clearer view when you're aiming down the sights, simply so you can see what you're hitting. But again, that's just my own thought. A lot of people, I'm sure, are absolutely fine, or they're like me and don't bother with the aiming down the sights and just hip fire. I do prefer hip firing. It is my go-to mode of firing. So yeah, it's a good weapon in the right situations. It's not a good all-rounder. I certainly wouldn't recommend going into massive heavy firefights with just this thing, a 9-round magazine. You're going to run into a lot of problems quickly. You can get stumbled a lot when you're having to reload. So Yeah, you don't want to be using something like this unless, of course, you can put an extended magazine on there and make it a bit bigger. If you can do that, then it's something to seriously consider. But if you're just grabbing this and going, then bring along something that's got a bit of a bigger magazine or more stopping power. But as a backup weapon or a secondary weapon, definite candidate for usability. I'm pleasantly surprised. I think that's the best recommendation I can give for this weapon, is that it's not as bad. Interesting. I'm not collecting that because I keep forgetting to go to the den. Yeah, it's not as bad as the older. It's not as bad as the older pistol. The modifications make it much more usable, so it's worth it in that regard. But if this is the only reason you're getting the kid stuff trait, I would probably say don't bother. You can get better, if not almost as good, if not better, without that trait and having to go through that quest line. So there we go. That is two weapons: the Brawlers Equinox and Sir Livingstone's pistol. Average for the pair of them. The pistol winning out simply because the modifications make it far more powerful. Before we do go, just so that you get a direct comparison, I'm level 114. Talent-wise, I have 2 in ballistics, so my weapon's damage for the pistol was increased by 20%. I have 1 in laser, and that wasn't the Brawler's Equinox is a laser weapon, so technically it does 10% more damage, although being an EM weapon didn't do any damage, so I don't think that really applies. I have 1 in pistol certification, so the pistol did 10% more damage there. 10% more damage on rifles, but again the Equinox is EM, so that doesn't make any difference. My targeting has 2 points, so I get hip firing, accuracy and range increase, and it will mark some targets when they shoot me. And I have 2 points in rapid reloading, which gives me 30% increased reloading speed. So if I was reloading faster than what you're able to do, it might be because you don't have anything in rapid reloading. Other than that, nothing else will apply. So those are the talents. I'm not suggesting this is what you should aim for. Set your talents up how you want. I'm not here to dictate what's good and what's bad. I freely admit that my combat talents are an absolute mess. I have been focusing heavily on science and social, simply just to get them out of the way. I've been dropping points into combat every so often just when I've got a talent point that I can't particularly use, and I don't like having them sitting there doing nothing when they could be doing something. So that's the basics behind it all. Yeah, I probably wouldn't go with Brawlers Equinox. I think the Nova Blast Disruptor rifle, which you can get in loads and loads of places, would do a better job. Unless of course you want the rapid firing, in which case this one wins hands down. As for some Livingstone's pistol, as I said, there are better options, cheaper, easier to find options. But if you want the unique pistol, then make sure that your trait is kid stuff, or one of your traits is kid stuff. Complete the one small step main quest, and then go home. And you should get it by going through and speaking to Dad there. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, a thumbs up would be hugely appreciated. Lots and lots of videos available on my channel, and many more coming. Well worth subscribing if this is the sort of thing you're interested in. I'm also doing videos on Farming Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2, and I have a couple of other games coming out relatively soon, which I'll be doing other stuff on as well. So lots of different varying videos to watch on my channel. If any of that interests you, then please consider joining my expanding list of subscribers. Appreciation to everybody that is subscribing and commenting on my videos. I'm really enjoying reading the comments. It's great to see my subscriber numbers go up, so a big thank you to all of them. If you disagree, with any of my recommendations or thoughts on either of these weapons, please feel free to leave a comment. I don't expect everybody or anybody to agree with me. These are all just personal opinions. I'm not saying that it is absolutely the way I'm saying. It's not good or bad. This is just a showcase, just so you can see the weapons in play if you haven't used them yet. If these weapons look like something you'd be interested in, then you've now got a base that you can have a look at and see if it is something that you might want to pursue and spend your hard-earned credits or spend your time unlocking. That's about as much as I can really do. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.